What's up guys, Coach Jameson. In this video, we're gonna go through a quick little sequence. It'll take about 5 minutes. We're gonna go through some hinging and squatting, really working on decompressing the spine while also activating the backside. I want you to really think of almost like a reverse plank. So when we really start feeling the low back musculature fire up, especially along those erectors, that's totally fine. We'll use some breathing to work through those really tough spots. So let's go ahead and grab this band. We're gonna start with the band right around the calves. And we're gonna start in our hinge position first. So as always, we're gonna set up the strong feet, make sure that second toe is pointing straight forward. We got a nice, strong, maintained arch on each side. From here, I'm gonna have you just push the hips straight back. As the hips go back, we're gonna think of driving wide into this band with the calves, and then I'm gonna find some internal rotation, pulling up and in from the inner tissues of the thigh, as well as the hamstrings and those glutes. We're gonna focus on rotating these femurs internally as we keep pressing out wide. Heels are down right now. We're gonna be here for a full minute. As we're here, we're gonna hold. I'm just gonna give you a side view so you can really see the shape. Hips really pulling back, think that tailbone pulling back and up, trying to find as much space between the top of the head and the tailbone as I roll those thighs inwards. You can almost imagine it's like a Pez dispenser. My thighs are rolling in, trying to spit back. Find the breath here, neck is reaching nice and long. Big inhales in the back and the sides of the ribs. Exhaling, knitting that front side in like a corset. Good, from here we're gonna start doing reps. So I'm gonna come up to standing, hips go back, press out into those bands, and then rotate shins and thighs in. Heels are still down here, but light. So you can see that front view as we keep working these, getting that internal rotation. Five, 4, 3, 2. Now we're gonna hold, we're gonna get those heels up. So heels are slightly elevated now. We're maintaining those strong arches and feet, pressurizing out, rotating inwards at the hips. All right, here we go. Now we're gonna rep those heels up. That's gonna allow for a little more freedom of movement and rotation inwards from those thighs. Glutes, lateral glutes should be really fired up. Hammies are working. Pulling up and in. 5, 4, 3, 2. Good, quick little shake out. We're gonna go right into our squats. So I'm gonna give you about 30 seconds. Then we're gonna set up, same, but we're gonna get into our squat. I'm actually gonna grab another band that's not as tough as that black one. Same thing, except now we're gonna set the band up above the thighs, or up above the knees. So for our hinge, we're below. Our squat, we're gonna go above. Go ahead and let's find now our squats. We're gonna find a squat iso, hips back. Shins and thighs now are gonna roll open. I'm thinking of pressing wide into this band. Imagining like I'm doing the same thing, pressing wide with the hips, calves, everything's holding here. I'm imagining ripping the floor apart so my feet stay strong and anchored. I'm not losing those arches. Same thing, start finding your breath this first minute here. Nice strong squat, a lot of energy loading back, out. We should be feeling a lot of backside here. More seconds before we go into reps. Even as I'm pulling out and back here, I'm still thinking of a slight up and in pull from those inner groins, inner thighs. Good, let's start repping. We'll inhale, As we stand, exhale as we squat. And you notice I'm pulsing, so I'm keeping the hips back. I'm not coming up to standing and locking the legs out. I'm throwing the hips forward. I'm keeping that butt back. This is my start and end position. Really trying to pressurize and find engagement into the glutes as I sit back. So this is a lot different than trying to just clinch the glutes like we're all used to. We're thinking of trying to expand, find pressure and engagement through the eccentric. 3, 2, hold. We're gonna hold, now we'll get those heels up. Heels are gonna stay up. Again, if you find that balance is tough here, it's totally fine. You wanna work with that heel up. Again, strong landing, not driving the heels down. We wanna work with those heels up whenever we find ourselves locomoting, especially jogging and sprinting. We never want a heel strike, so we do a lot of our work with the heels up. Good, we'll go reps now. Keeping the heels up. Glutes should really be on fire. Low back might be lighting up on a lot of you here. Five, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good, relax. Low back's probably lit up. Glutes, hammies, we're gonna step down. That was just a little over 5 minutes. Rock it out side to side. Again, there's a nice quick little input to help get those hips back and also work on top of those nice structures, straight foot, arches maintained. So we're working on building that strong foundation while loading and keeping the hips back.